Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all are fine at your home. This is me, Deepa, your computer teacher. Let's start today's class. Before starting today's class, let's take a quick recap of the previous class.
Good morning everyone. Children, as you know that our previous chapter was problem solving through flowchart and algorithm. So before starting our new chapter, chapter number 9, starting QBasic, let's take a quick recap of the previous class. So revision of previous class. Flowchart is the graphical representation of the sequence of the steps to solve a particular problem. An algorithm is a set of instructions in the required order to reach a solution of the problem. So basically we can say that flowchart is the graphical representation of the problem and an algorithm is the textual representation to solve any problem. In flowchart, we have so many boxes. First is the terminal box, and the terminal box is used at the end or the beginning of the flowchart. Input or output box is used to input of data or output of information. Processing box holds instruction to do a processing, and decision box is used when some comparison has to be made. All these things we already have done in our previous chapter, that was problem solving. Now we are going to start our new chapter, chapter number 9, starting QBasic. This chapter is based on a computer programming language, that is QBasic. First of all, we should learn what is a programming language. So we can say that a programming language is a language made up for computers. About QBasic, QBasic is a simple yet powerful programming language which can be used to make programs to solve problems and draw graphics. Now I am going to tell you some facts about QBasic. So QBasic is Microsoft's version of popular basic programming language, and BASIC stands for Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instructions Code, and here Q stands for Quick. So we can say that QBasic is Quick Basic Programming Language, and the full form of QBasic will be Quick Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instructions Code. As we open Quick Basic, we will find the Quick Basic editor like this. This view screen is known as Quick Basic Editor. All the programs are written on this Quick Basic Editor. Now I will tell you something about this Quick Basic Editor. Quick Basic has an editor in which you can type programs. The editor gives you the facilities and the convenience to work. For example, you can open, save and print a file using the option from the menu bar. This is your menu bar, and file, edit, view, search, etc. are the tab, and in this file menu you will find so many options like save, open, new, print, etc. and in edit tab you will find all the options for editing like cut, copy, paste, delete, undo, redo, etc. So you can also cut, copy and paste text and execute programs to see result. These are some actions which you can use with the help of editor. These are the actions and these are the commands. To do these actions, you have to use these commands. Save a file, file menu, save option. To open a file, file menu, open option. Open a new file, file menu, open option. Print a file, we will use file menu, print option. So we can say that save, open a new file, print are available in file menu. To copy the text, we will use edit tab, and on edit we have to use copy and paste. To move the text, edit, cut and paste. To run the program, run, start, exit from editor, file menu, exit option. The meaning of run is to execute the program, and you know very well the meaning of copy and move. If you move the text, it means the text will move from its original location, and the meaning of copy is to make the duplicate copy of any selected text or object. Variable. In programming language, we have two types of data type. One is variable and another one is constant. So today we will learn about variable. Variable is a memory location whose contents keep on changing during the working of a program. We have two types of variable, numeric variable and string variable. As the name is suggested that in numerical variables, it stores numeric constant. It means if I write x equal to 10, it means x is the numeric variable because in x I have stored 10. 10 is numeric value. Next is string value. It ends with a dollar sign and stores string and stores string constant. So string we can say the alphabet. If you write the alphabet within these double quotes, it means the value of the variable is in string value. This dollar sign is compulsory to make any variable as a string. So and dollar equal to computer. You can see that computer is in between these two double quotes. So we can say that computer is a string variable. And our next concept is constant. A constant is a value which remains fixed during the execution of a program. Constants are stored in variables. All these things we will learn in next class. Now let's continue our today's classwork. Worksheet 1, MCQs. Our first question is, a variable is a memory location whose contents keep on changing during the working of the program. So the answer of the question is A. To move the text in the QBasic editor, you will use copy and paste. Sorry, cut and paste. Question number 3 is, which statement is used to assign a data value to a variable? Answer is let. L-E-T. These are the key terms which we have to use while working on a QBasic. Question number 4 is, which statement will prompt a user to enter a value when the program is executed? Answer is input. 5th is, a string variable ends with the following sign, dollar sign. Worksheet 2, true and false. Question number 1 is, a variable is a memory location whose contents keep on changing during the working of a program. Answer is true. Second is a constant is a value which remains fixed during the execution of a program. Answer is true. Third is a string constant ends with asterisk sign. Answer is false because string constant ends with dollar sign. Fourth is the let statement assigns value to a variable. Answer is true. Fifth is the print statement with semicolon will print values zone wise. Answer is false. Question number 6 is mathematical operators are used when there is a calculation process in the program. Answer is true. Seventh is the slash sign is used for division. Answer is true. Now we will discuss about our computer science project. This is your project work. These are the flowchart symbols and the descriptions of these flowchart symbols. You have to draw or you can take the printout of these symbols and you have to stick all these symbols along with their descriptions in your computer project notebook. And children, just remember that this is your subject enrichment which carries 5 marks. So everyone has to do this work in your computer project notebook and send it to me. So children, along with your today's work, you have to send me your computer project also. So this is all about today's class. I hope you all enjoyed the class. If you have any problem, you can call me, but don't forget to send me your computer project work. Thank you.